It is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
Watch. Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hell in the Cell 2020 recap show.
She caught me. You saw behind the curtain. I don't like it already. No, I'm just kidding.
We're the SmackDown podcast, everybody.
Sorry
Kyle
about
Tyson,
that, Kyle.
Kevin Crazy, and Katie, baby. Here to run down Hell in the Cell 2020. It's in the books. It's in the books. It was
A
officially
lot of
long.
hells and a lot of cells.
What was going to be 5 matches turned into 8. And
What turned into one hell turned into 7.
a nice bite-sized pay-per-view turned into kind of too long.
Bite-sized pay-per-view.
Yeah. You guys, if you're not familiar with this, man, we're a recap show. We cover a lot of WWE, AEW, and maybe some other wrestling shows. We're the exclusive recap show for WrestlingNewsWorld.com. Check out that website, man. Read up on some articles. We stream live here on Twitch TV/PuttingYouOver. And of course, we're on YouTube at Smack Raw Podcast, and pretty much everywhere else audio version can be found. And if you want to, just give us money for talking shit on the internet, you can head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com. We have stickers. You can see them on my laptop right here. Although I have a different screen up, so actually you can't see them. Let's go back there.
Look at that. Katie actually has some stickers.
Yeah, I got some
Trying
stickers.
to show
Oh
off.
god.
Got some
Whatever.
t-shirts.
There it is.
Officially sending
Do
out-
we?
Yes, as of Friday. Next Friday. This Friday?
Wow.
This upcoming Friday. We got some shirts going out. Man, don't give me shit about that, okay? Listen, I feel terrible. I feel really bad how long
Fine.
it's taken
It's
to
fine.
get these shirts printed.
It's fine. It's the stickers all over again. It's fine.
Yeah. And if you don't feel like giving us money, we are going to peer pressure you into doing it. Just ask Savannah.
Exactly.
Yeah, ask Savannah, man. We're really good at peer pressure.
I'll
Yes, we are.
positive troll you. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Well,
Oh, man. How's y'all's day going? Or evening, rather.
Yo, my whole day has been fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been a good goddamn day.
It's-
And I'm glad to be here with all of you, frankly.
Kevin, we're always happy to have you, man.
Yep.
This is the first time all three of us have been back together in a minute, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
has been.
Since I promoted Katie, let her spread her wings, take over producing.
yeah.
Yeah, how's that going for you, by the way?
Actually, it's not that bad.
Sweet, man.
I think I'm starting to get the hang of it
Yeah,
as my voice cracks.
there you go. It's good. man. It's good. My
Whatever.
day's been fine. I'm a broken record at this point. The launch of the new iPhone, because I work in phone retail, is just it's a blessing and a
Brutal.
curse. Like, it's a curse because just so many people about the iPhones and so much. But then again, it's how I get paid. So I mean, I can't complain too much. But it's been hell at work. People just
Hell
go
in a
nuts
cell,
for
huh?
the new iPhone, and they get mad. They get mad that they
Thank you,
sell
Katie.
out. And they're like, when are you gonna get some more? When are you gonna get some more? I'm like, dude, have you heard of this thing called COVID? Like, everything's back the fuck up, man.
Mhm.
Like, chill out.
Yeah.
Just order one, and you can get it in 18 months. About the same amount of time it'll take to get one of our T-shirts.
Basically.
Oh, by the way, I demand a raise.
Yeah.
I got stickers sent to me that I need to personally deliver to a patron of ours, and I don't appreciate it, Kyle. I didn't even ask for this.
It's your cousin.
Your
it's
life
not-
is so hard.
It's my brother, first of all. Thank you. My cousin. What is? Do you even pay attention to me? Do you care about me or my time?
Not
No.
really. No.
Well, fair enough. I guess I don't have a leg to stand on then.
Nope.
How's those lights treating you? How's that microphone? How's that ring light? How's that webcam?
Yeah, Kevin.
How's that webcam?
I still demand a raise.
I think I've provided you with more merchandise. Now, granted, hold on. Let me back up. Before I sound self-righteous like I came out of pocket. I think that I just ordered you more shit.
I'm just being a dick, first of all.
I started to make it sound like I bought Kevin all those things. I didn't buy that shit.
I mean, I deserve it all. I'm
Yeah.
Kevin is
You
worth
do.
it.
I mean,
you
you
know?
really do, man. You deserve it. Hey, you guys, what'd y'all think of Hell in the Cell?
I liked it quite a bit. A couple filler matches, but other than that, I was entertained.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It was all right.
It's okay.
It's pretty good. It was,
Yeah, I mean, it had the wrong main event.
Well, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wrong main
I mean,
event.
that's the understatement of the century, probably.
Yeah. I mean, so we had 3 cell matches, which is tradition for Hell in the Cell pay-per-view now, is three cell matches. All were decent. We made the argument Romans and Jays didn't really need to be a cell match. Hell, it was more of a strap match than it was a cell match.
yeah.
Yeah,
You can make that
pretty
argument.
cool.
Yeah.
Bailey and Sasha, they easily had the best cell match, like by
Yeah.
a fucking landslide.
True.
As far as incorporating the cell, I think you could toss it. I mean, depend on how, like, what you view, like, in what makes a good match. I think it's a toss up between Roman and Jay and Sasha and Bailey. Not that Drew and Randy was bad. It was just,
Say they utilize the shit out of the cell. Almost, I feel like even more than Sasha and Bailey. Even if you felt like Sasha and Bailey were a better match, you know.
honestly, like, Sasha and Bailey's match was just like, how many things can Sasha do a Meteora off of? Like,
Honestly.
she went crazy. Like, she used up,
You know what though?
3 pay-per-views
It
worth
was
of
awesome.
Meteoras. Dude, she almost broke her tailbone on the one off the apron.
I'm sure.
She jumped off the
Jesus
apron.
Christ.
She missed grabbing the cage and she just fell on her ass. Like, it looked
She
painful,
did.
bro. It looked so bad. So besides the 3 cell matches, we had the Otis and Miz match. That was a thing. Jeff and
I liked
Elias was not even like a match. That was like a non-match.
Yeah.
Same with, and then you had the announced match of Truth and Gulak, and then they did a impromptu match with Bobby Lashley and Slapjack. So I was close. If you go back and you watch the predictions episode that went up today, I was predicting that we were going to get a Retribution match, but I was stupid enough to think it was going to involve The Fiend. I thought it was going to be T-Bar and The Fiend, but it ended up being Bobby Lashley.
Well, I
and
heard
Slapjack.
rumors.
They were teasing.
I
it on
heard
Twitter.
rumors that might be. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So that wasn't completely crazy to say that.
Yeah.
You fucking lunatic.
Amen.
Jesus.
Hey, did y'all think when they put up the U.S. title, they were like, "Oh shit, might get a change"? It was weird when they did the segment though, because they made it sound like I don't know. Like, we'll talk about it whenever we get to that promo, but it was
Yeah,
like
that was-
worded weird. It
It
was
was-
really
yeah.
confusing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so the first of the 2 betrayals tonight that we got was Drew Gulak getting all buddy with little Jimmy before booting him out the ring on the kickoff show. That was the best part of all of that shit. Gulak doing like a fucking insider, like a secret handshake with little Jimmy before punting.
Oh
him.
my god. I LOL'd. Like
He did a better kick than Goskowski did today in that Titans game.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, man.
He ain't no Tyler Bass, that's for sure.
Fuck.
It's-
I mean, that was the best part of this match. This wasn't even really a match. Like,
Katie looks like she's gonna explode. You okay?
Truth.
I'm fine.
Truth rolled up Gulak, and then we have we got the whole 24/7 crew, which is just down to 4 wrestlers now. You notice that?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
It used to be like a conga line of mid carders. It's now R-Truth, Gulak, Tozawa. Okay, wait, 5, and then you have
Lucha House
Lucha
Party.
House
Lucha
Party,
House
yeah.
Party, Lindsay Dorado, and Grand Metal League. That's it. Like,
That's it.
Yep.
that's it. Actually,
No. But no, you're right. It used to be like 10, 15 guys. You couldn't even figure, and like then 10, 15 women too, and then like 5 referees running after them.
Yeah,
like
it's
it
a
was
Benny Hill video
insane.
every fucking
Yeah.
week. Truth, who was teasing doing the John Cena shtick, it was kind of funny because afterwards, after they got chased off, they had to run by the kickoff panel, and Gulak hopped on the kickoff panel long enough to say that he thinks John Cena sucks.
That was so good. Like what?
So do we get a WrestleMania match now between Cena and Gulak getting set up here?
I doubt it, but
It's such a weird time to name drop somebody.
I mean, because Truth's gone on record multiple times saying John Cena is his childhood hero.
Even though Truth is like 4 years older than Cena.
It's okay.
Yeah, man.
It's fine.
Oh my gosh.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I believe
Pixar
it.
didn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Whatever. Mustafa Ali from Retribution, he lays out a challenge, open challenge to her business for one of the members to accept a match with somebody from Retribution later in the evening. We did find out later on it was Bobby Lashley and Slapjack that had the match. Then they told us, surprisingly, because this was the main event in my head.
Oh yeah.
Surprisingly, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso kicked off the show. What'd you guys think of the match?
Jesus fucking Christ. It was so good. Like, it was so good. Like you were saying, I mean, it didn't necessarily have to be like in the cell or whatever, but like I felt like that kind of was like, but it is. So it kind of made it a little more like the stakes were just a little higher because of that, you know, even though you know, I understand they didn't use the cell very much in the ring or, you know, in the match or anything, but holy crap, the storytelling in this match was like some of the best I've ever seen, and it was nuts. It was so good.
Did Jay and Roman do a good enough job to let you think that Jay might get the win?
Oh yeah, there were times when I was like, holy shit, are they really going to put the belt on Jay? You know, I had a moment.
Times. I had a fleeting moment. I was like, oh shit, Jay's going to get it. It's like, the cell was like more aesthetic than actually implemented as far as it, like the brutality and adding to all of that. It started off like a decent match. There wasn't really too much in the beginning other than Roman hitting a couple spears. Jay got a couple splashes in there. You knew neither man was going to quit off of a finisher. But then the brutality and the storytelling and everything just went to another level when Jay broke out the leather strap.
Oh my God.
Started whipping the hell out of Roman. The first big like willy tap moment came when after Roman was able to reverse and get Jay with like a Superman punch, start beating him with the strap. Roman attaches the strap to Jay's wrist, and we get kind of like an impromptu strap match where you have two competitors attached to each other, and Roman starts pulling Jay, and Jay uses the momentum to like punch Roman. He sidesteps Roman's Superman punch and like cranks his arm down. It was a beautiful spot. He wraps up Roman's neck and everything and just starts choking the life out of him. Roman looked like he was trying to quit, but he couldn't get any words out because there was just no oxygen. That was pretty cool.
Oh my God. Everything they did with the strap in the match was brilliant. It was brilliant. It was so good.
It's funny you could consider it one of the best strap matches, and it wasn't even officially a strap match.
No shit.
Sure.
Like,
but no. Roman essentially at this point goes all the way out, passes out. Jay stops choking him because it's literally going to kill Roman. Roman comes to, ends up turning the momentum around and kind of just runs with it. Puts Jay in a guillotine choke, his new submission finisher. Jay passes out, still won't quit. So Roman drags him over to the apron, gives him a drive-by, lines up Jay's head between the ring post and the stairs, and just crushes his head. Jay goes out. It's pretty much dead. The referee goes to do a non-finish, which I know at this point people probably had like flashbacks of the last 2 years of Hell in the Cell, because of course last 2 years there was non-finishes.
Oh my god!
Everyone
yeah.
off. But at this point, Roman tells the ref he can't stop it, throws the ref out. Adam Pearce, a whole bunch of officials come in. Roman raises up some steps. I mean, there's a ton of like storytelling. Roman's talking shit to Jay the whole time.
Yeah.
And Roman's about to murder him, which I was cheering for. With the stairs, definitely about to murder him. And Jimmy runs in, covers his brother, starts yelling at Roman, like, what's he doing? He tries to bring the realism in. He starts calling his brother by his real name, Josh. He's like, this is Josh, man. Yeah, and Roman legitimately, he's got some good acting chops because he legitimately breaks down and starts crying. Falls down to his ass. He's like, I don't know who I am anymore. He's like having this, yeah, man, it got you.
Shit was emotional, man. Like it really was. It was deep. It was a deep cut, man. That whole spot was like, damn, man.
Roman gonna appear in some movies, man.
Yeah,
he's gonna appear in some like father-daughter movies. I can tell you right now, man can turn on the waterworks like that. Yeah, it was
sure.
Essentially it was playing possum, you know. The moment he could get a hold of Jimmy, he put Jimmy in the guillotine choke, was choking him out. Jimmy was reaching out to his brother, was trying to tell him like, help me, wake. This whole time Jay's like fucking asleep.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, and Jay finally comes to the sight of his brother being choked lifeless, and then he quits. And Roman ends up the winner finally, and is greeted by his dad and uncle Afa and Sika, the Wild Samoans at the top of the ramp. What a visual!
Yeah,
of all of that, man.
How was that not how you wanted to end the fucking?
That's how you end the pay-per-view.
That's not how you fucking started. That's how you
end it.
Because that was such a cool moment. Like it was, no matter what the match was.
Yeah,
that was just a cool moment in and of itself, you know.
Sasha and Bailey should have kicked off the show. I know a lot of people wanted them in the main event, but usually you have to start the show with a really good match, and Roman and maybe end the show with a big moment. Roman and Jay, they had the big moment. Sasha and Bailey had the great match. You should have kicked off the show with Sasha and Bailey. But anyways, it's really a minor gripe. It's not like the show sucked. It was just
right.
The matches were not in the right order.
Well, here's the thing with me though, too, man, is that like I didn't even feel like the pacing was bad with what the order of the matches, but it was like you could have just flipped a couple of them. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Like all the non-cell matches were fine where they were. Yeah. They were essentially palate cleansers.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, because like after this match, it wasn't nearly as exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was. But I mean, like, just move, like, probably Sasha. You know what I'm saying. I'll shut the fuck up.
You got it, man. You got it.
Move on.
Katie, what was your take? What was your take on this match?
I mean, first of all, definitely shouldn't have started. It's stupid. It's fucking dumb. Listen, it's dumb. This was the best storyline probably going into the Hell in a Cell.
Easily. And
you're not gonna end your pay-per-view with this? Stupid. Yeah. Fucking dumb. I mean, it was a great match. I think what got me, I cried a little bit. Listen, it's fine. It was Jimmy reaching for Jay.
Oh my god! I know.
Before he quit, I was like, "Fuck." This is the second time they have made me cry. The three of them. The second time. I'm over it. I'm done.
I'm over it.
Oh man, Roadshow hopped in the chat. Says, "What's up, Smackdraw crew? What's going on, Roadshow?"
Yo.
Hey man.
Hey Jay, thanks for the shout out on the new setup, by the way, too. Appreciate it.
But as the match, by the way, hey, do you guys in the chat agree that Katie looks like she's in one of the stoner scenes from that '70s show? Like, absolutely, it's perfect. But anyways, sorry. As the match itself. As far as the match goes itself, it was really good, right? I would think.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. It was a great match. Sorry. Like, it was a great match, but like, Again, it definitely shouldn't have started.
Should not been the fucking curtain jerker.
No way.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's the other thing too. Is it was like the most emotional match too. Like of the night. It like had the highs and lows. You know what I mean? Like I was jumping around. Like I mean, and then I felt like, holy shit, are they gonna die? And like, it was just all over the fucking place. You know what I mean? It was exciting. They beat the shit out of each. I don't know. It was just really good.
Yeah. So moving on. Who's excited for Universal Truth to drop tomorrow? Elias's new album.
I mean, good for him, I guess.
Yeah, right.
I mean, seriously, I don't give a shit.
So here's the question. Something I picked up on here. To me, it seems like they're continuing the hit and run story. They're picking back up on that because not only did they list that as like the motivation for this match, they made sure to say that the culprit was never found out. It was just alluded to that it was Sheamus due to like the red hair. But they made sure to let you know that like, hey, we still don't know who did it.
Yeah,
Jeff,
allegedly. Oh, that's
Didn't Jeff literally scream at Elias, "I didn't hate you"?
Yeah.
Like
it makes no sense.
It's dumb. It's pointless. I'm dumb.
So dumb.
Fucking stupid.
Hey, did you guys
not only
know...
that?
Oh, go ahead, Kev.
Not only that, I think that all the poking at the fun of the alcoholism and the fucking addiction and stuff like that, man, it just rubs me the wrong fucking way.
Were you guys aware that Jeff has substance abuse problems in his history?
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
No.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like, it's just like, bro. Yeah. First of all, everybody knows it. And second of all, it's like, like I said, it just feels like a really cheap shot at this point, and it's gross.
WWE really fumbled over themselves with Jeff in the draft because they initially brought him over to replace Seth Rollins. It was who's taking Seth Rollins' spot, as the leader on Raw. So Jeff, that was kind of like what they alluded to initially, is Jeff's going to be a leader on Raw. He ends up eating a pin initially, and then boom, is thrust into this thing with Elias, and we're right back to the substance abuse stuff. And and it's like we've gone backwards with the storytelling of Jeff Hardy, which is not a good thing in this case. They don't even know, like, they teased they were going to do some Willow stuff in that barroom brawl with Sheamus. We haven't seen anything there. It's the developmental shit of Jeff has just gone backwards. We've gone backwards with it. So I don't know. It's weird. But like I said, I'm hoping that this story goes away from Jeff and there just is like who attacked Elias.
Yeah. I would be into that. Yeah. That would be a cool story.
But we're gonna get a feud because this match was over before it started. Jeff is on the ring post teasing to do a swanton bomb onto Elias, who's on the apron, which, oh God, I was terrified. I was shaking. I was like, Jeff, don't do it to yourself, man. Please.
Don't do it.
Yes. Elias rolls out and he goes to get his guitar, but Jeff's able to get the guitar from him and then just gets himself DQ'd, hitting Elias with a guitar. That was it. That was the match. But like I said, this wasn't to really serve as a match, more or less as a palate cleanser.
Exactly.
To come off of that match with Roman. You obviously are not going to follow up Roman and Jay with a banger between Jeff and Elias. I'm sorry. No, you just...
No, yeah.
No.
Not going to happen. I mean, like anybody following that match, you'd be like, it was a good match, but...
Which is why it should have ended the fucking pay-per-view.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. No, you're totally right.
WB sucks.
Jesus. Katie isn't holding back tonight.
Not tonight, my friend. Not tonight.
No.
What'd you think about Miz and Otis? Otis, big story, man. Lost his contract, lost his friends, lost his girlfriend.
Lost his peach.
I know.
Lost his peach.
Poor Otis.
Dude, oh my gosh. So, Katie, go ahead and talk us through this match. I know you got notes.
I mean, it's not much. I mean, like, they're not a lot of notes, but it's not really much to talk about. Otis being the bigger guy, obviously can throw Miz around. Morrison tries to get involved a few times. At one point, he tries to just blatantly hit Otis with the Money in the Bank contract in front of the ref. Gets ejected from
That shit
ringside.
was so funny though. Like he's like this. He puts the thing behind his back, and the ref's like, "What are you doing?" I'm
He's
doing
like, "No,
nothing."
it wasn't me. I didn't do
was
it."
So good.
Which, I mean, he was gone maybe 30 seconds before Tucker clocks Otis with the briefcase.
Dun.
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun. And Miz pins Otis to become Mr. Money in the Bank, which we knew.
Yeah.
We knew.
I didn't
We didn't
know that.
We didn't know how, but we knew.
I didn't know that.
Good for Tucker.
Hey, you're the only person.
Good for Tucker, man. He deserves this.
What are you trying
Hell
to
yeah.
say? What kind of insider information do you have to know the outcome of these goddamn matches?
No, like so.
Just being a dick.
I didn't actually see the Tucker turn happening. I didn't think WWE.
I didn't see that either.
I didn't either.
I mean, it totally makes sense, and I'll explain why. And it's beyond Tucker's lame ass excuse, like generic. Why did you turn on your friend excuse? But I honestly thought Otis was going to lose via DQ. I thought Tucker was going to cost Otis the match by getting Otis disqualified.
Yeah, that would have been cooler.
Yeah.
That would have been cooler.
Because you know how sneaky the Miz is. I was actually expecting the Miz to goat Tucker into attacking him, and then of course, getting DQ'd.
That makes sense.
Although I prefer this. I prefer the turn. Although, how the hell are they going to feud? They're on different shows. Is El Gran Gordo going to show up on Otis's behalf to
no.
beat up Tucker?
Please no.
I fucking hope so.
Oh,
I
dude.
fucking hope
Oh,
not.
I love El Gran Gordo.
Oh my god.
Maybe Tucker turning is just a way to finally separate them, because they're not on the same show at all. And if Otis shows if Otis shows up on Monday, I'm done.
Yeah. No, I know Matt Ritter will never let Kevin hear the end of it.
Nope.
I don't. It's murder ballet, you goddamn assholes.
It's murder ballet.
Doesn't-
I like that. I like that.
There's just no point in a draft if everyone's just gonna pop up on whenever they want. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. Here's my. Is it stupid? Probably, but it's not
Yes.
going to ruin wrestling for me.
It's not gonna ruin wrestling. I'm just gonna be like, you did this for what? Like, what was the point of the draft? That's
Have
my
some
thinking.
fun.
Yeah.
Have a
Anyways.
pizza party.
Anyways.
Eat some chicken wings and blue cheese. No.
Anyways,
Yeah, before we go down that road again. After the match, Miz and Morrison are celebrating backstage. They're interviewed. Miz says he's putting all the champions on notice. Tucker comes out. Tucker not aligning himself with Miz and Morrison. This is more of a personal matter to him. Exclaims that essentially he just gave the generic, I was living in Otis's shadow. People telling me tag Otis in so he can do the caterpillar and try not to take too much shine away from Otis, stuff like that, and which was fine. Honestly, it should have been about Mandy Rose. It should have been about Mandy
that would've
Rose.
been cool.
The second Otis started dating Mandy Rose, Tucker disappeared from television for like a month and a half. Otis
did.
stopped having tag team matches, was having singles matches. Tucker had nothing to do with it. It should have been just the moment a girl showed Otis attention, he literally abandoned Tucker. Like,
Yeah.
He did.
No, you're right.
instead of living in his shadow, it was literally Otis essentially betrayed Tucker first, man. I feel for Tucky.
Tucky.
Otis came out, ran off Tucker though. That's how that segment ended. Just
Well,
Otis came out and just.
I honestly thought maybe, in all seriousness, the Miz paid Tucker off, kind of like how he did for the, that it was insinuated that's what he did at the in court or whatever. So that's what I thought maybe happened, but clearly that's not what happened with that segment,
No. Fucking Katie over here making me yawn.
I know. As soon as I yawned, I was like, "Fuck, I'm sorry."
Okay, so in my money, I'm gonna call match of the night. We got the second of the 3 Hell in the Cell matches: Bayley versus Sasha. Boy, oh boy, did they do a lot in this match. One big question though: what the fuck was Bayley doing, duct taping 2 kendo sticks together? And the most awkward thing, you could tell she was dying out there. Like, oh, this is not going well.
She was dying.
She couldn't
even get the tape.
No, that was so good.
She was she's like, "Can you do this? I'm sweating."
The ref's like, "What? No, I can't do that for you."
It was such a funny spot, man. You know, it kind of fits with her character, though. So, I mean, that works, but it's a total botch spot. I really want to know what the intended spot was, though.
Yeah. No, she made the best of a bad situation and made it funny. So, you know, it worked.
She returned to commentary. She's like, "Does it look good?" Does it look like it'll work?
And Corey Graves is like...
and then she almost trips over it, literally.
Poor Bayley. Poor Pam.
For a moment to go so sideways, it's a testament to how good the rest of the match was, because, like I said, it still held up, in my opinion, as a match of the night, man. This really was just brutality. One point I thought Sasha was gonna bleed at one point. I was like, oh man, Sasha's about to be busted open. So essentially Bayley comes out before the match, has her calling card, the steel chair. They're lowering down the cell. Sasha Banks kicks the chair from Bayley outside of the cell, eliminating it. It kind of stupid though, because you know they keep like 32 chairs under the ring anyways. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I get it. It's symbolic. It's storytelling. Whatever. Yeah. So
there's just a plethora of weapons under every wrestling ring ever.
This was so just like we got a strap match inside of a cell in the first match. This one was damn near close to a TLC match. They had tables, ladders, and chairs all involved in here. Yes. But so some of the cool spots, just because there was a ton of them. Sasha Banks running up a collapsed table to deliver a Meteora against the cage. That was dope. Sasha Banks doing a Meteora off the top rope. That was cool. Sasha Banks doing a Meteora off of the ring apron.
That's 3.
Sasha Banks doing a Meteora through a ladder. No, it's a lot of Meteoras. Okay.
But, I feel like that's all she knows how to do.
I'm telling you. But
it was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, but like, damn, you ain't got no other moves, baby? That's it?
Well, Sasha Banks is either doing Meteoras or making it look like she's getting absolutely destroyed. Because at one point, she propped up a kendo stick between the stairs and the cell, gets a drop toe hold through the stick off of the fucking stairs. Looked absolutely
I thought she died.
Yes. Yeah. She botched one of the Meteoras and landed right on her ass on the outside. Looked painful as shit. She had her face thrown into one of the steel braces of the ring. Thought that's what was going to bust her open. I thought she was definitely going to be busted.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought I saw some, like, blood for a second because I was like, that looked fucking nasty.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
but, yeah, so also, at this point, let's talk about the spot a little bit more in depth. Sasha's laid the fuck out, right? Bayley goes. She grabs a kendo stick. She grabs some duct tape. She grabs another kendo stick.
Why are we talking about it again?
Oh, just a little bit more in depth. We'll talk about it.
Because it rules.
Okay.
She's got the duct tape. She's undoing it and literally just calls out to the ref to help her. Like, can you help me? The ref, obviously a professional.
He's like, no.
No, I can't help you do any of that stuff. So she just sheepishly starts wrapping the tape like a rope instead of like tape around the 2 kendo sticks, trying to bind them from one end to the other end. And there's no structural integrity. She, at that point, can't even break the tape. And I swear commentary was trying to like coax her through it, I think. I think they were like, Bayley looks like she's about to bite the tape.
Just screaming at her. Poor Bayley.
The candlesticks barely are held together. She tries to prop them between the ring and the cell. And they just buckle. They buckle and are barely hanging there. She looks to commentary, asks them if it looks okay. And then she trips over it, essentially breaking it. And it's seriously like the longest 90 seconds of this match, watching her fumble with this shit.
When she grabbed the duct tape, I thought she was going to like duct tape Sasha's hands behind her
That's
back
what I
or
thought too.
something.
Yeah.
You know?
That'd have been cooler.
That would have worked. You know?
But this
That
was
would've
just
been-
like...
This was the weirdest thing. And then there was no reference to the spot afterwards. Like, she
Nope.
had to go over to Sasha and be like, hey, remember that thing we were going to do? Scrap
Nope.
it. We're not doing it.
Yeah, move on.
What do you think it was going to be?
I have no idea.
So it was about waist height, maybe a little bit lower. Could it have been used to trip her?
I imagine. I don't know.
Maybe another drop toe hold spot? Like, I don't know, man. It was weird.
I have no idea.
Anybody in the chat have an idea what the hell they were going for, man? It's the weirdest thing. Was it intentional comedy? Was it?
No.
No?
Oh, it didn't seem intentional
no.
to me.
No, the fact that she couldn't even get the tape open in the beginning, she was struggling. She was like, shit.
Yeah, it looked like she was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to fuck this up. We got to, yeah.
I shouldn't have been chewing my nails.
Yeah.
It's a struggle.
Oh, man. I imagine that's got to be nerve-wracking. Trying to handle duct tape on live television.
While you're sweating.
Yeah.
Inside of
In
the
pain.
Thunderdome.
Yeah.
In the Thunderdome.
Man, I don't know.
Stupid.
So yeah, I got no idea. Well, anyways, Sasha gets control back by hitting Bailey with a fire extinguisher to the face, kind of blinds her. Somehow, can someone explain to me how Bailey got the chair? Because she stumbles to the door blind, and the chair just happens to be right there.
They definitely just put it over there because if you watch it, when Sasha kicks it out, it ends up like by the ramp.
Yeah, it's like halfway up the ramp going backstage, man.
So
It seemed pretty convenient. Yeah, it was.
yeah, so someone just placed it in front of the door. They're like, psst.
Yeah. It's...
Like, no.
Remember what's supposed to happen later?
Oh my god.
Remember the chair?
It's called it all. Hey, the candlesticks didn't work. Here's your chair back.
And maybe that's why. Maybe that's why they gave her a chair back. They're like, we feel bad. Here you go.
Sorry, Bailey.
That was embarrassing. All right, you need a win.
We get it.
She didn't even get...
Oh my gosh.
She didn't even get the win. You
I know.
She should have, but
The
none
chair
of my
did play a
business.
good part, though. Like, I will say that, man. They know how to do some storytelling. That chair was involved heavily. So Sasha Banks goes for a frog splash. Bailey grabs the chair, puts that between her and Sasha. So Sasha frog splashes the chair. Bailey then sets up a like ladder table on top, like the ladder laid across two chairs. Goes to essentially like guillotine Sasha on it. She moves. Sasha ends up Meteora, I think, onto the ladder, and then does like a bit like the weakest Bailey to belly on the ladder, but it'll still look good. It was all right. Yeah, I know. Bailey tries to do a Bailey to belly while holding the chair, which I thought was pretty clever. But Sasha's able to reverse it, turns it into a bank statement, using the chair around Bailey's neck, and starts stomping the chair, reminiscent of, I believe, their first takeover match. How Sasha
stomped her hand.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, so
That's
that
what
was
I
a
thought
really
too.
cool callback. Like, you culminated takeover and this chair, like, combined into this finish, which I thought was a very nice touch for, like, people who like Easter eggs, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know that, but that was a brutal fucking spot either way.
Yeah,
Holy
getting
shit.
stomped. Yeah.
With the bank statement. Yeah, I was like, that's got to be the end of the match. I was like, as soon as she started kicking the chair, I was like, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Bitch. It was
Yeah, no, and then Sasha gets the win. Sasha wins. That the big question on everyone's mind, the curse. The Sasha
She's
curse.
gonna she's gonna lose it next time she defends it. Doesn't even fucking matter.
I think
Survivor
it's so bad she
Series,
will
right?
have lost it by SmackDown.
You kept saying the next SmackDown she loses it.
Like she will lose it.
We'll find out tomorrow that like she broke her wrist or something and she has to vacate the title and shit.
Like,
no, I hope not. Like that would suck. I would legitimately feel really bad.
She's gonna lose.
The idea of Sasha having a long title reign feels so weird outside of, say, a tag team title. Like, just
I want to say her combined reigns as a champion is like less than like 150 days.
Probably.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. That makes sense.
Like,
I would honestly say probably a lot less than that.
Okay, I was being generous.
Well, wait, 150. What's that? That's
like
5 months. That's 5 months worth of title reigns.
What? Okay, excluding the tag title.
Excluding tag titles, just singles reigns. Her feud with Charlotte was over the course of a year, but she would never keep that title longer than a pay-per-view.
Exactly.
So she had the title maybe 4 times, and I remember her lose. I think she either won it or lost it, like on Raw.
She won it on an episode of Raw, and then the next pay-per-view she lost.
According to Savannah and Jay, 6 weeks.
6 weeks
the
combined
longest
reign. Or is that the longest reign?
Or the longest.
Longest
That
reign.
sucks.
They're saying
was a month and a half.
Yeah. So that's crazy, man.
They clearly just don't have faith in her then as a champion, but that's none of my business.
Well, that or she probably just, I don't know, man. She looks more the part to chase a belt. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
She's going to lose it on SmackDown. Okay, look. It's just going to happen. She's going to lose it on SmackDown. She can't lose it on Survivor Series because they
so she has to lose it on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Shit,
she'll lose it. She'll piss everybody off and lose it tomorrow night on Raw.
No, what they'll do is they'll spin the wheel on Halloween Havoc and get a SmackDown Women's Championship match, and she'll lose it on Wednesday.
How dare you? That'd actually be really fucking funny if they did it like that.
Okay. Jesus Christ. So this segment, did I miss something? This is the backstage segment with the Hurt Business, talking about putting up a match against the Retribution, a member of Retribution. MVP's like, look, you just have your one boy, we'll have our one guy. It's how did this get set up? Like, Lashley is just like, okay, I'm pumped, and then Benjamin's the one who picked the opponent, and he said,
"This is weird. I didn't get this at all."
It was a weird segment. How it came to be, man.
Stupid.
I have to. Yeah. I think I have to go back and watch it. I think I was only halfway paying attention, and that's why it was confusing me. But,
it was. I don't blame you for only halfway paying attention. Is what I'm trying to say. So
following that,
them picking Slapjack is, which I hate even saying his name is Slapjack.
It's a weird, yeah.
All their names are dumb. Jeez.
They're all stupid.
It's too bad too, because like a faction like that could be so fucking cool, you know, and they're just dropping the ball. It's so hard, man.
Like, I can't take them seriously in those masks.
Yeah, it's dumb.
At all.
Dumb.
I'm trying to think how long they'll have it for. Yo, they're gonna have them into a Royal Rumble. At this
Easily.
point.
Easily. I bet they go on longer than that even.
Who's the first one to give up the mask? It's gotta be Dijak.
It's gotta be.
Oh yeah.
It's gotta be Dijak. Please be Dijak.
Please be Dijak. Dijak deserves better than that.
Yeah.
They all do. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, but mainly Dijak.
Yeah, mainly Dijak.
Yeah.
Have Dio go after Brock. That'd be cool.
It would make sense.
It would make sense, man.
But I don't want Brock back, so no.
Yeah. Rumor was he was going to be back tonight. I saw rumors about Brock. We saw rumors about Goldberg.
Dude, there's rumors about everybody every time there's a big pay-per-view, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's the fun part of pro wrestling, but not to mention.
No, I know.
But I mean, when you're at this point a year, though, it's this point a year where you're getting close to Royal Rumble, and WrestleMania, that's when the part-timers start popping up. I mean, we're getting Undertaker at Survivor Series, at least to some degree. We're going to get him.
Well, I mean, but that makes sense though.
Yeah. But that's what I'm just saying is you start to hear the rumbling. They start setting up stories, because I'm not saying that they're going to show up like tonight, but they're got to set up stories so they can get him on WrestleMania. Yeah, and they can get him in the Royal Rumble
or Royal. Yeah, no, you're totally right. I'm just
so having one of them show up at the end of a pay-per-view, which I mean,
I'm just saying
get anything, but
we got nothing.
Nah, no surprises really. It is none.
Yeah, so I think that was the surprise. There was no surprises. You had the match between Lashley and Slapjack, which was once again nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah,
but this could have not even been on the show, as far as I'm concerned. This was so stupid. Like I don't. You guys know how forgiving I am.
2 or 3 hype videos hyping up some people or something. I don't know. This was so silly too, because not only does Slapjack obviously lose, Retribution fails to take out Lashley.
Yep.
Because all of Retribution come out, including Reckoning Mia Yim.
Yeah.
She's finally appearing with him. Dio Madden, so T-Bar and Mace can't even get Lashley into a double choke slam. Lashley fights him off. Ali comes in the ring, instantly scurries, because at this point her business comes out, and the Retribution just keeps circling the drain. Yeah, you couldn't even have your entire last week. The Fiend takes out your whole crew, takes them all out. Mm-hmm. This week, Bobby Lashley takes out essentially everybody.
I mean, I could even forgive the Fiend, because it's the Fiend. But Bobby Lashley taking them all out? What?
Couldn't even eat the double choke slam, and then everyone gets ran off? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just...
And then there was all this... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead, Kevin.
And then there's all this stuff with Mustafa Ali, and I thought it was really kind of strange that they tied him back to the hacker angle. I mean, not that everybody was predicting that that's what it was going to be, and that makes sense, but it's what out of fucking nowhere.
I love that reveal, how he did it. Oh, by the way, let's just bring this up. Yeah, I was the hacker too.
If they could have done that a lot cooler, if that's what they wanted to do,
Yeah, man.
So that it just lost all of the weight that it had. Every cool thing about Retribution, it's just they've ruined it.
The only person in Retribution who hasn't done anything is Mia Yim.
Yep.
So I'm waiting for her business to get probably Naomi, because she's on Raw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, okay, there we go. Or they're gonna continue to feud forever, basically. Yep. Mia Yim's gonna somehow cost her business a match. Naomi's gonna, for some reason, come out later, and then it's gonna be a feud between them, because she hasn't done anything.
Yeah, and you know the weird part about it too. What's Retribution's main thing that they do? They attack. They come out in groups. They mob people.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have men mixing it up with women. So what's that make Mia Yim?
Yeah.
What's that make Mia Yim? Just a straight up 1v1 wrestler.
Yeah.
She literally has out of Retribution's personality, nothing. She's there to cheerlead them when they're attacking men, and then when they go to attack women, she's not even doing it in true Retribution fashion, because she's by herself.
Yep.
If they still had Martinez, they could. But since she's not a part of Retribution anymore,
thankfully.
Which good for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Run, bitch.
They
Run.
can't.
Run, bitch. Run. Jesus Christ.
Now, Rose Show in the chat says, "Screw Retribution. It's so dumb." And I'm not saying I'm upset because I'm a huge Retribution fan and I'm so invested in them. It's just you started a story, and it's just one of those things that they started to do something with, and they're just not even slowly, just quickly showing they don't give a damn about the act. It's now just a segment on the show because they have to have a segment on the show. And so that's my only issue is it's just dude, if you're gonna tell a story, actually tell it. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, like, what are you doing? You're dressing people up in masks for no reason. But it is what it is.
Well, the thing that sucks for me is that like I wanted to like Retribution, you know, that shit is cool, and they found a way to make it not cool, you know. So,
oh my gosh, yeah. Anyways, let's talk about this main event. Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre. Katie, what'd you think?
I mean, it was good. I mean, out of the 3 Hell in a Cell matches, like, it was definitely, like, the least lackluster, I guess. But, first of all, I knew Randy was going to win. I'm just saying. He should have won at Clash, I think. I think that's when me and you, Kai, we both predicted he was going to win, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So now him finally winning, good. Also, I saw a tweet. It's not even about the match, but Drew McIntyre didn't get to be a champion in front of a crowd.
I know.
Which is awful. It's awful.
That is awful.
But, I mean, the match itself was good. Randy targeting Drew's jaw. Also focusing on his right leg, which is his Claymore leg. I mean, when they went up to the top, that's when I got excited because we were like, murder.
That's when it picked up. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah, because I said I wanted someone to get thrown off the top, and then everyone started trickling in saying I was being crazy, and then we were like, no, murder.
Just went into like this murder fest in our chat.
Really did.
Yeah,
they did actually. That's exactly what happened.
Kayfabe murder.
Yeah, kayfabe. Everything prior to the top of the cell was just mix and match any Randy and Drew McIntyre match. Yeah. Like I said, the only thing different is what you kind of highlighted was Randy Orton going after Drew's leg a little bit. Other than that, it was like I said, it was decent.
Yeah.
The top of the cell was kind of funny, like the red pipe, like it's like, dude, you don't have to dress everything up. You know, some stuff can look cool without having to be like shown like you're trying to sell it out of a Mattel fucking box, okay?
Jesus Christ.
Everyone thought it was a lightsaber.
Yeah, it literally looked like a lightsaber, all right?
As Savannah just says it.
Yeah.
It did. I thought it was too. I was like, what? And I was like, oh, no, it's not. Okay.
It's supposed to be a red lead pipe. Okay. But yeah, we did the same spot. We've seen this spot a ton of times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Randy and Drew climbed down to the side of the cell. What we saw Kevin Owens and we saw Seth Rollins
and Dean
Ambrose do this spot together.
Yep.
Vince McMahon has done this spot. If anything, Vince McMahon has the most brutal version of this spot, where he fell off the side of the cage and he hit the spine of the table instead of being flat. Yeah, it's brutal.
Why don't I remember this?
Yeah, just look up Vince McMahon falls off cage and you'll see it. Yeah,
I'm totally writing it down.
Yeah, Drew and Randy fight on the side, and Drew McIntyre falls off the side, goes through the table. He's got blood coming up out of his mouth, and you start to pick up a lot of the audio. Drew's really selling the damage. They get in the ring slowly. Randy's lining up that RKO, but Drew McIntyre's able to actually reverse it into that backslide, like in SummerSlam, and looks like he's going to win it that way. Doesn't, gets the Claymore kick, but Randy gets out the ring. They get back in the ring. They go to mix it up one more time. Randy drops under the Claymore kick, hits the RKO. Randy is now second place for all-time the most WWE title reigns with 15.
14.
No, 14. He's tied with Triple H. He's tied with Triple H in second. And 2 title reigns behind Cena and Ric Flair, man. Crazy. Randy Orton's going to turn into the greatest of all time, man.
He's getting there.
Yeah, man. He is.
He's definitely getting there.
But that's how they close off the show. So, first, it was kind of a flat ending. I mean, it's cool seeing Randy win, but you kind of so the narrative was this: you're like, okay, if Randy and Drew are closing the show, and Miz wins the Money in the Bank, it
Miz
makes
is gonna cash in.
sense. Yeah, Miz will come out with Morrison and try to, win the title. And I was thinking successfully too, because like, fuck, you imagine that's an easy way to get Randy Orton to his 15th win. Miz takes it off of him and then just turns around and gets it back from the Miz.
And this would be the second time Miz has successfully cashed in on Randy.
Oh, that's cool. But yeah, I don't know, man. It just nothing happened, man. That was the show.
Savannah said Edge is probably coming back soon, but like, didn't they say he was gonna be out for like 6 months or something? Has it been 6 months? Time's not real. I don't know.
Well, he's been out since WrestleMania, and Survivor Series will be 6 months. Yeah, they gave his timetable. Survivor Series Royal Rumble was the timetable.
Okay.
Yeah. Edge coming back, I could see that because they also talked about getting Edge another world title and winning it off of Randy.
Would make sense.
And Edge recently also came back, did an interview about a month back or so, talking about how he doesn't heal up as quickly. But a lot of people took that as he probably is healing, and now it's time to start covering his tracks.
Yeah.
To try to keep people guessing. Last thing you want to do is like, oh yeah, I'm coming out, I'm healing up. I probably got about 4 or 5 more weeks, and then you can start doing the math on the return. No, you just come out and just say vague, like, oh, it's taking forever.
Sorry.
What's up?
Vince was like literally hopped in to catch up with and see all y'all with the Sasha slander. I'm sorry. I don't like Sasha Banks. Sorry, not sorry.
All right, man. Well, anyways, really quick before we go ahead and give it the chat, let's give some final thoughts. I thought Hell in a Cell highlighted 2 good matches. Overall, it's a good show, decent show. Kev, what about you? Thank you, Kev. And Katie?
Are you gonna tell him his mic isn't working?
Kev, you do know your mic's muted, right?
Now I know.
I shouldn't have said anything.
I didn't know.
Damn it! Why did I say something?
Anyway, no, I thought it was a really good show. The 3 cell matches were really good. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso obviously stole the show. But the palate cleanser matches were stupid, especially the Bobby Lashley T-Bar, whatever.
Slapjack,
whatever he is. But yeah, I mean, it was good. I had a really good time.
I don't agree with how WWE did their card. Jey and Roman should have ended.
Yeah.
But besides that, if I can get over that, it wasn't a bad pay-per-view. I mean, all 3 cell matches were great. And I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
When did they start locking the cells?
I thought they always did, honestly.
They always
Because, are you sure?
Yeah.
Because
the cage matches aren't locked, but the cells are. Because that's the point, is the cell is intended to contain the opponents. So if you notice, they always need bolt cutters, or back in the day, before we have the cell how we have it now and is a little bit smaller, they would always break through a panel. Like someone would get speared through a panel or get tossed through a panel. But the whole design of the cell is to contain the guys. So the cell has always been locked.
Wow.
I thought so too.
But like I said, the cage matches are not locked, and that's kind of where the confusion happens.
Well, I mean, that makes sense, but I don't know. Just I guess my memory just always had like the cell unlocked, which is why they always ended up on top.
No, because so you have the Undertaker. He's the one who really put over them being locked. Was Undertaker's opponents would always get more scared when they realized they're being locked in a Hell in a Cell with the Undertaker. Like they would, they would sell that moment really big that they're officially locked in there with Taker.
And the Mick Foley one, the Mick Foley match, when he came out, he just climbed on top of the cell. He didn't even go into the ring. He just climbed on top. So
that's how you start a show, man. Jesus.
and then
Okay.
and then Taker just followed him up there.
Murder,
So-
man. Jesus.
Murder. Okay, so maybe I just don't know anything about wrestling. Why am I on this podcast?
Because we love you, and
It's all good.
you have a great energy about you that you bring to the show. That's why.
Wow, he's really kissing ass, huh?
There we go. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining the show. If you like this, make sure to give us a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Leave some comments in the chats. We'll hit you up on the YouTube chat, of course. And like always, until next time, y'all have a good one.
Bye.
That's all you get.